Have you ever seen products marketed online and thought to yourself, I would love to try that to see if it's actually any good? That's what this is. It's a company called Goovis, and they make these VR headsets, which obviously are in trend right now, the glasses especially. These are called the G3X Pro, but I was curious if they're actually any good. Not paid for this video, my thoughts only. And the short answer is not perfect, but not bad at all. Let's dive into them. Getting the design out of the way, it is Battlestar Galactica, man. This is full futuristic. It's like it's got a unique look to it. I mean, it tilts up and down, so you don't want to see or talk to somebody, then bring them back down on your head to watch the content. It's well made. It's plastic, but obviously the front of it's glass, 2 micro OLED displays inside of it. There's 0.71 inches, very bright, 60 hertz, viewing angles, 53 degrees. I mean, these are really in trend with what else is out there. But it's the feel, the look, and the way the package is put together, which it kind of intrigued me, and it's also kind of cool. And they're doing some interesting things with this. Case in point, it does come in a case. I didn't get a pouch, you get a case. I got the hard case with this one. But it's very easy to pack up. So you've got this forehead padding here, which is the strap, and that comes right off. Click it right back in. This padding on this is very, very comfortable. The one thing I'll say about these right off the bat, I was impressed by the comfort. They're not that heavy. They're not as heavy as an Apple Vision Pro. They're not as light as glasses, but they are definitely on the lighter side. And the padding they have and the straps that they have make it very comfortable to wear. And you got a couple options with that. So of course you have the forehead padding, which you have to use. Then you got the back strap, which I'd probably say most people would just use this. But there's also another strap that goes over the top of the head that connects here. So you can have that entire fitment. You can adjust it as you need to, depending on your head shape or depending on how comfortable you are with these. Now, the eye cup here is going to be something I think a lot of people are going to enjoy, because with glasses, and I've worn them on planes and wore them out, you're still going to see around you. Some people want that, but if you don't want that, you have the eye cup. Now, this eye cup is removable, magnetic, sticks on really good. It's very soft to the skin, very comfortable. I found it to be a joy to use, and this is wearing it for longer periods of time. And it's big enough to where it sits around the eye area here, so there's no marks or leaves any sort of imprints. They've done a great job with that. Also, too, inside this, you have a little bit of a spacer, and that's going to help you in terms of fitment, which we'll talk about in just a second. But overall, it's cool. And then also you can tilt it up, as I mentioned, so you can talk to people, then bring it back down. The hinge on this is good. It hasn't got loose over the last couple of months I've had this. I'm very happy with it. Controls are very, very simple. On the top, you can see it, volume and brightness, and you can go from 3D to non-3D. That's it. So it's very, very basic when it comes to controls, which there's pros and cons to that. We'll talk about that later on in this video. But outside of that, that's them. There's no battery inside this. So it does power from your respective device you're connecting it to. Phone, tablet, laptop, computer, it powers it that way. There is a cooling fan inside this, though, which is nice, because sometimes with these glasses, especially with the amount of processing and of course the displays and everything else, some of the glasses can get warm wearing them for a period of time. This, you're not going to have that issue with it. So you'll actually hear the fan kick on a little bit when you're watching content. It's not distracting, but you just know it's there. And I've worn these for like an hour plus. I've never had a problem with heat or any sort of discomfort there. So they did a great job with that. So now let's talk about image quality. Are they good? Because that's what the most important thing is. You want to be able to see the content. Is it sharp? Is it clear? How are the colors? I will say it's on par with what we're seeing out there currently in the marketplace. It's a 1920 by 1080 displays inside of this. As I mentioned, 0.71 inch micro OLED displays, a spherical element, so you're getting really good optics out of this. It's very bright. That's the one thing I'll say. It is very bright watching this. But the one good thing about this is that you have diopters and you have the ability to adjust the distance for your eyes built into this, which makes the viewing experience so much better than sometimes some of these other glasses out there where you have to put optical inserts. Apple Vision Pro excluded because they do it the best. But I will say, let's say XREAL, XREAL, you have to slide in these adapters in there, or prescription lenses, and it can be cumbersome. They can fall out as you're carrying them around, and it makes the glasses heavier. Whereas this, it's all built inside. And it's not going to be for everybody. It depends on the power and, of course, the degree that you wear, but it does cover a wide variety. And I'll put the numbers here on the display so you can see that. And also on the distance side of it all. I did notice, using it on a desktop, a little bit of blurring around the edges. But when I'm looking on my phone, I found everything to be sharp and in focus. The one thing these are lacking, which the glasses do have that I've tried, is the ability to adjust the distance of the display, like as you're viewing it. So, for example, XREAL, you can adjust how far the display is and bring it closer and farther out. These, you can't do that. So it's kind of like a one size fits all, and then you have to just adjust your diopter and position of the eyes accordingly, which hopefully maybe there's another product or another version because they make a few of these. Maybe some of the other ones do that. This doesn't. So just putting that out there. The one downside to these is the audio. Not great. I mean, it's not that it sounds bad, like tinny speakers or cheap speakers. It's not that. It's just that it's not loud. I would recommend earbuds, AirPods, whatever have you. They even sell earbuds online, but they didn't send those out to me for review. I mean, depending on you, that might be a deal breaker. For me, it's not, because I have AirPods, I have earbuds. I'm fine with it, but to each their own. If you're okay with the looks, because it is a look, right? It's not something that you would wear all the time and everywhere, because people look at you like, that's different, that's unique. It's a bit more space age. If you're okay with that, you rather have that look, but have the comfort and the flexibility of isolating the outside world or bringing them in, you have the choice, and getting really good image quality. Don't have to worry about heat, really good fitment. I think Goovis has got a pretty good product on hand. Now, price point, it's a bit pricey. So that is something to consider out there, especially with the other glasses coming in around $300-400. So they are a bit pricier. You are getting some things like isolation options and, diopters built inside of it. When you factor in, say, getting prescription lenses, you put those on the glasses, then you're kind of at the same price point. So something to consider. Anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on the Goovis G3X Pro. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Would you pick up something like this? Or is it like, nah, I'll stick with the glasses? Like to hear from you. Like always, like, subscribe, Happy New Year, and I'll chat to you all very, very soon.